Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I am Dr. Healthy. Today we're going to explore something that has fascinated me for a long time, especially as we age, achieving true longevity and maintaining that spark of vitality well into our golden years. We often think about aging as a journey towards slower paces and quieter days. But what if I told you what if the secrets to living a robust, active, and sharp life well past 100 aren't found in some exotic elixir or complex medical intervention, but rather in simple, consistent, and sometimes overlooked habits? And what if some of the very things we think are helping us actually aren't serving us as well as we believe? Dr. John Scharfenberg, a remarkable individual I had the privilege of learning from, is a perfect example. At 100 years young, he remains an actively practicing physician, a renowned nutritionist, and a professor at Loma Linda University. His insights, shared generously not just with his students, but with the world, offer a compelling look at what it truly means to age vibrantly. Get ready to be inspired, because Dr. Scharfenberg is going to generously share his knowledge to help you lead healthier, longer lives. He's going to reveal 3 insights, shared in his own words, that are fundamental to conquering aging. But before we dive into his secrets, a vital question. Did you know that a significant majority of Americans are actually deficient in certain key vitamins? It might surprise you. Stay with me until the end of this discussion, and we'll uncover 3 of those critical vitamins, and, more importantly, how you can remedy such deficiencies directly from Dr. Scharfenberg's own wisdom. Let's start by exploring 3 fundamental secrets on how Dr. Scharfenberg, even at 100 years old, stays so incredibly healthy and active. Secret number 1. The unwavering power of exercise. Dr. Scharfenberg is a huge proponent of exercise. He emphasizes its paramount importance, stating, and I quote, "If a woman is obese, but she exercises every day, she will outlive the normal weight woman who doesn't exercise." This is a powerful statement, isn't it? It underscores that consistent movement often trumps mere body weight when it comes to longevity. He highlights that maintaining a daily exercise routine is particularly crucial during middle age. This period of life is when you lay the groundwork for future health. He even suggests that exercising in midlife might significantly reduce your risk of conditions like Alzheimer's. Now, it's important to note that at 100 years old, Dr. Scharfenberg has naturally cut down a lot on his exercise regimen. But what he hasn't cut down on is walking. He states he continues to walk, recommending that older adults aim for at least 2 miles a day. Think about that for a moment. Regular physical activity is one of the most critical things you can do for your health. It can prevent or significantly delay many of the health problems that often accompany aging. More than that, it keeps your muscles strong, which is essential for maintaining your independence and ability to perform daily activities without relying on others. Dr. Scharfenberg even shared a fascinating tidbit. For every hour you exercise, you might actually live 3 hours longer. That's a remarkable return on investment for your time and effort. So no matter your age, finding ways to move your body consistently is absolutely key. It doesn't have to be strenuous. Walking, gentle swimming, gardening, or even simple stretching can make a profound difference. Secret number 2. The foundation of a plant-based diet as a member of the Seventh-day Adventist Church. Dr. Scharfenberg lives by a philosophy that excludes smoking and alcohol, and he embraces a vegetarian lifestyle. While it is not strictly mandatory within the church to be vegetarian, many Adventists, including Dr. Scharfenberg, choose to enjoy an entirely plant-based diet. This brings us to a concept known as blue zones. Have you heard of them? Blue zones are regions around the world where people are known to live significantly longer than average, often reaching 100 years or more with remarkable health. Loma Linda, California. Dr. Scharfenberg's home base is one of the 5 recognized blue zones globally. Other famous blue zones include Okinawa in Japan, Sardinia in Italy, Nicoya in Costa Rica, and Ikaria in Greece. Researchers studying these blue zones have made a fascinating discovery. 95% of people who live to be at least 100 years old adhere to a primarily plant-based diet that is rich in beans and whole grains. Furthermore, studies have shown that Seventh-day Adventists in Loma Linda tend to outlive the average American by about a decade. Even more specifically, studies indicate that vegetarian Adventists tend to live, on average, 1.5 to 2.4 years longer than their non-vegetarian Adventist counterparts. When asked why Seventh-day Adventists live so long in America, Dr. Scharfenberg's answer was clear. I think it is primarily a matter of vegetables. So what kind of foods do Adventists typically include in their daily meals? Their kitchens typically center around 5 key food groups. One, legumes. This includes beans, lentils, chickpeas, and peas. They are nutritional powerhouses, high in protein, fiber, and other essential nutrients. 2, whole grains. Think brown rice, barley, and oatmeal. Whole grains are significantly higher in fiber than refined grains. A diet rich in whole grains is consistently linked to lower rates of heart disease, diabetes, and certain types of cancer. 3, nuts. Incorporating nuts as part of a healthy diet can actually cut your risk of having a heart attack in half, particularly if you are in a high-risk group. Keep in mind, nuts are calorie-dense, so practicing portion control. A small handful is usually sufficient. Is important. 4, fruits and vegetables. The advice here is simple. Eat a wide variety of these every single day to maximize benefits. They contain plant chemicals, often called phytonutrients, that can significantly lower your chances of developing chronic diseases. As an Adventist resident of Loma Linda, what specifically does Dr. Scharfenberg eat to maintain his health and sharp mind at his advanced age? He highly recommends soy products, particularly tofu. He suggests consuming about 100 grams of tofu per Dalton Y. Soybeans are an excellent source of protein and a good contributor of both carbohydrates and fats. They are rich in various vitamins, minerals, and beneficial plant compounds like isoflavones. For this reason, regular soybean intake may help alleviate menopausal symptoms and potentially reduce the risk of prostate and breast cancer. However, for individuals with certain predispositions, they can sometimes cause digestive issues or impact thyroid function. So moderation and listening to your body are key. And Dr. Scharfenberg absolutely loves fruits. He specifically enjoys mangoes, often referred to as the king of fruits. Similar to leafy greens like spinach, broccoli, and kale, and bright yellow, or red foods like tomatoes, bell peppers, and egg yolks, mangoes are rich in lutein and zeaxanthin. These compounds may help reduce the risk of chronic eye diseases. The polyphenols found in mangoes may also play a role in inhibiting the growth of certain breast and colon cancer cells. According to a 2010 study, mangoes are also a great source of vitamin B6, a vitamin many seniors are unfortunately not getting enough of for optimal health. Vitamin B6 is important for maintaining brain function. Just half a cup of mango provides about 10% of your daily vitamin B6 requirement. Secret number 3. Understanding key vitamins. For longevity, Dr. Scharfenberg highlighted 3 specific vitamins that are often found to be deficient, particularly in seniors, and that are crucial for a healthy, long life. Let's uncover what they are and how we can ensure we're getting enough. Vitamin A and beta-carotene, vital for vision and immunity. First, let's talk about vitamin A. Around 45% of Americans do not get an adequate amount of vitamin A globally. The numbers are even more striking, with approximately 127 million children and 7 million pregnant women facing vitamin A deficiency. A deficiency in this vitamin can seriously increase your risk of infection, blindness, and even be fatal. Vitamin A is absolutely essential for the replacement of skin cells, for maintaining optimal vision, and for supporting a healthy immune system. For this reason, individuals with a vitamin A deficiency are at a significantly higher risk of developing severe infections. For young children who are naturally more prone to infections, it is critical that those under the age of 5 receive sufficient vitamin A, either through their diet or supplements. In adults, one of the key early warning signs of a vitamin A deficiency is night blindness. Dr. Scharfenberg himself, after having cataract surgery and receiving 20/20 lenses, noted the importance of good vision, even mentioning his 20/20 vision my way. To prevent vitamin A deficiency, it is vital to consume a healthy diet. Dr. Scharfenberg makes a crucial distinction. Beta-carotene from plant sources is often a better choice than directly consuming vitamin A. Your body can convert beta-carotene into vitamin A. He notes, beta-carotene will make 2 vitamin A's with a beta. Carotene from carrots. You get the vitamin A beta. Carotene would be better than the vitamin A. Vitamin A increases the risk of osteoporosis. Beta-carotene does not. This is an important point. As excessive intake of preformed vitamin A, retinol can indeed have negative effects, whereas beta-carotene from plants converts to vitamin A as needed by the body. Where can you find plenty of beta-carotene? It's abundant in plant sources like kale, cantaloupe, melons, and yellow fleshed fruits. Yellow produce like tomatoes and peppers, and the yolks of eggs also contain beta-carotene. And of course, dark-colored sweet potatoes are an excellent source. Vitamin B12, crucial for nerve health and absorption. Next, vitamin B12. You should be aware of the latest evidence regarding how our bodies absorb this essential vitamin. There are actually 2 principal methods by which vitamin B12 is absorbed: intrinsic factor method. This is the primary pathway. Vitamin B12 binds to a substance called intrinsic factor, which is produced in the stomach and then further down in the ileum, the third part of the small intestine. You absolutely need this intrinsic factor for vitamin B12 to be absorbed. The challenge: as we age, our ability to produce intrinsic factor often declines. Therefore, after the age of 50, many people become deficient in B12, even if they are consuming adequate amounts through their diet, especially if their diet is rich in meat. 2. Passive diffusion. This is a secondary, less efficient method. It doesn't rely on intrinsic factor. For vegetarians or for seniors who find it difficult to absorb vitamin B12 through the intrinsic factor pathway, Dr. Scharfenberg recommends taking supplements as the most reliable way to ensure adequate levels. This is critical for nerve function, energy production, and red blood cell formation. Vitamin D, the sunshine vitamin with wide-reaching benefits. Finally, vitamin D, it is staggering to learn that more than 50% of the general population is deficient in vitamin D regardless of age, and this statistic actually worsens with age. Approximately 70% of elderly Americans are vitamin D deficient. In some studies, the numbers are even higher, suggesting that as many as 95% of American adults may have insufficient vitamin D levels. Dr. Scharfenberg points out a geographic reality. Everybody living north of, say, Washington, D.C., or New York City, FA, those people are all deficient in vitamin D. Why? Because we get it primarily from the sun. When sunlight hits our skin, a process involving cholesterol in the skin, followed by chemical changes in the liver and then the kidneys, ultimately creates a hormone we call vitamin D. Why is vitamin D so important? It plays a critical role in keeping our bones strong. We need vitamin D because it significantly increases the absorption of calcium in our intestines. If you have adequate blood levels of vitamin D, you can potentially absorb as much as 3 times more calcium than if your levels are low. This is why Dr. Scharfenberg states so many of our people are deficient in vitamin D. Most of the people who come to our hospitals in the U.S., maybe 70%, are deficient in vitamin D. He also notes potential benefits beyond bone health, stating, the blood vitamin D level came up, and the blood pressure came down, so it was helpful for blood pressure. We think it may, in some cases, decrease the risk of certain cancers. A word of caution, however, while vitamin D is crucial, you can indeed get too much, though this is typically from massive supplementation, not sun exposure. Also remember that geography and seasons significantly impact our ability to absorb vitamin D from the sun. In many regions, the UVB rays from the sun are not strong enough, especially during winter months or for those living at higher latitudes, to stimulate adequate vitamin D production. Beyond vitamins, a holistic approach to longevity, as we explore Dr. Scharfenberg's secrets to longevity. It becomes clear that incorporating plenty of vegetables and fruits into our diet is vital. But as the lifestyle of Seventh-day Adventists demonstrates, it's not just about the foods themselves, but the overall healthy lifestyle that matters most. This includes shunning harmful substances like tobacco and alcohol, engaging in regular exercise, and maintaining strong community connections and purpose. Dr. Scharfenberg's life and teachings are a testament to the fact that aging doesn't have to mean a decline in health or vitality. By focusing on nutrition, movement, and mindful living, we can all strive to conquer aging and live our later years with strength, clarity, and joy. If you're interested in learning more about these crucial vitamins and how to ensure you're getting enough, be sure to check out the resources on my website, thehealthdoctor.com. We have articles and guides that go into even more detail on vitamin D, B12, and vitamin A, along with practical tips for incorporating them into your diet or through safe supplementation. Thank you for joining me today. Remember, prioritizing your health is one of the most valuable investments you can make, especially as you embrace your 60s and beyond. Stay informed, stay active, and most importantly, stay healthy. We'll see you in the next video.